To some good news, from midnight tomorrow, motorists will no longer be charged for using Gauteng's e-toll roads. Transport Minister Sindisiwe Chikunga has confirmed the scrapping of the system. She says the South African National Roads Agency Limited will be able to borrow from Treasury to make up for the e-toll revenue used for road infrastructure. The gantries will now be used to help fight crime.
But I'm excited, Minister, that after those intense, difficult and painful negotiations, we stand on the side of history, that come midnight tomorrow, all these things will be history, and indeed e-tolls will no longer be a portion of collecting revenue in our province. So, Minister, I want you to thank you. I also want to thank the Minister of Finance, Minister Enoch Gondongban, for the difficult negotiations that we held. The political council that was dealing with this matter, consisting of our MEC responsible for transport, together with the MEC responsible for finance in our province, is an indication that if we indeed open-mindedly engaged on matters that affects our citizens, we can come out with a resolution.
The system of e-tolls was implemented after some consultation had taken place. Was it enough? And could we have done stakeholder engagement differently? Clearly, the resistance by Gauteng motorists and various other stakeholders suggest we could have consulted widely and done things differently. But that is, of course, now water under the bridge. This matter caused a lot of public aggravation and was indeed of great concern to Cabinet of South Africa. It is a concern that led to the formation of 3-member committee made up of the Minister of Transport, Minister of Finance, and Gauteng Premier. These were charged by President Cyril Ramaphosa in July 2019 to find a solution to the impasse. One of the issues we had to grapple with as a committee was how SANRAL was going to repay the debt it incurred to build this infrastructure. And how do we ensure that the roads remain up to the standards to which our road users have now become accustomed. It has not been an easy process, and decision, of course, was not easy, because we essentially were being asked to deviate from a principle that is universally accepted, that is, you have to pay for whatever you use. That is why in South Africa we even have pick and pay. You will recall that the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, announced in his medium-term budget policy statement in 2022 that alternative funding is being found for the GFIP debt, effectively ending e-tolls. When the Minister of Finance made this announcement, he was not incorrect, but there was still a long road ahead. Between myself, as the Minister of Transport, the Minister of Finance, Mr. Enoch Godongwana, and the Gauteng Premier, Mr. Panyaza Lesufi, we finally reached agreement towards the end of March on how to conclusively deal with the debt resulting from the e-tolls, and as a result, we're able to sign a memorandum of agreement to formalize alternative funding solutions for the GFIP debt repayment and deal with the backlog of maintenance and rehabilitation costs. We agreed that the MOA would also regulate the financial and funding contributions towards the SANRAL liability in compliance with the policy objectives and institutional framework for road infrastructure management in South Africa. We were unanimous that terms needed to be set in black and white on the MOA for the Gauteng province to contribute to the backlog of maintenance and rehabilitation cost.